Chapter 36. With Mom in Florida, Dad and I have no one to talk to. We can't talk to each other until one of us apologizes. It won't be me. Maybe when the guitar is repaired, it'll feel easy again like it used to. As for now, he's fizzy with Mamito but goes flat when he asks me to take out the recycle bin. The weirdest thing is the silence during times when Dad would normally strum or sing. After supper, I'm used to hearing him pick out a melody. I'm still not sorry. Jaden and Zuri text me from their relatives' houses when they're having real Thanksgivings. Jaden's silly selfies make me laugh, though a sadness rises up too. Mom texts me only once, but she calls Dad every night. Tonight I stopped reading my book to listen to the half conversation. Good idea, Dad says. The right medication will make all the difference. He pauses. A turkey. Can't I thaw it in the sink? Loud noises erupt from the other end of the phone. Okay, the fridge, got it. Thanksgiving Day passes like a normal day except for the big group video call. Grandma looks more like herself with her living room in the background and her regular chores, or her regular clothes. It's so good to see you, dear Kihana, she says. I wish I could hug you through the screen, I say. Friday night brings Mom home, and on Saturday we trundle down the road to Aunt Jess's for Thanksgiving. She's invited us and a few friends. The strangers will make Mamito withdraw, which could be good. He'll cling to Mom and not get into trouble. The rest of our Carrillo family won't be coming. They went on vacation to San Antonio, so Maribel, Krista, and Raul are probably snapping photos of the Riverwalk and mariachi bands, having fun. I'm surprised to almost wish I was with them. Without Grandma Miller with us, it doesn't seem like we should have fun. I feel better when I smell pecan pie. I followed Mom's and your grandma's recipe exactly, Aunt Jess tells us. As the pie comes out of the oven, I take a picture and send it to Grandma. Your pie looks yummy. Missing you. Dad brings in the cooked turkey, and after a few minutes of reheating, it comes out golden. He's proud of making the main dish, and I have to admit he did well. He's better at following YouTube directions than I thought. But he still won't look me in the eyes. We sit around a big table and everyone gets quiet. We all look at Aunt Jess. I think we're waiting for a prayer. Let's make this ecumenical, Aunt Jess says. Her friends seem to know this word. Include everyone's spiritual path. So Mom says a Christian prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for many blessings, especially the love of friends and family near and far. May your love spread around this table and around the world. Amen. Aunt Jess raises her hands, closes her eyes, and chants Om loudly 3 times, sending good energy into the universe and to every soul. Dad quotes a Mayan prayer from the center, from the source, which is everywhere at once. May everything be known as the light of love. Grandma would have liked it all. Mom and Aunt Jess said she was stronger by the time they left, and next year everything will be back to normal. After we eat, Aunt Jess calls everyone into the living room. I have a game for us. Categories? Apples to apples, Mom guesses? Nope. Photo. I invented it. It uses photos and Play-Doh. Get it? Faux and dough. Crazy games are so Aunt Jess. She brings out a stack of family photos and lays them out in a grid. Bring me that basket, would you, Key? I lug it into the coffee table and find it's full of Play-Doh canisters. Teams guess which photo the sculptor is creating, she explains. You get 3 minutes. She's on my team and shapes the Play-Doh into fingers dripping from a flat surface. Conan's pizza, I shout, thinking it looks like melting cheese. She keeps making fingers. Mama's pizza? The timer is close to running out as she adds some stumpy fingers coming up from the bottom. Those aren't cheese. They're stalagmites. In our space cavern, we fist pump, and I put the photo of us at the cave in my team stack. When a photo of me and Dad's shoulders comes up, he looks away, but I don't. He used to let me be myself. That's the real me in the picture, and it's the real me sitting here too. He's the one who moved the goalposts. As we play, Mamito takes the Play-Doh and makes balls out of 4 different colors. When he smushes them together, I try to stop him, but Aunt Jess says mixing the colors is part of his creative process and doesn't mind. Of course, he yells when he realizes his hands are coated with Play-Doh, dusties, and stickies, but he seems to have come around to the idea by the time Mom carries him to the sink to rinse. The day feels empty without Grandma, like a living room missing its couch. But it's not as bad as I thought it would be, and she's recovering, I remind myself. She'll be even better by the time I get there. When I check my phone, I see she sent a string of different colored hearts. On Sunday morning, I bundle up and walk to the grocery store to buy an envelope and stamp. I slip the form inside the envelope and drop it in the mailbox in the parking lot. It'll go out tomorrow. Once Grandma signs it, they'll have to let me board the bus. I bet Dad won't even mind that I'm not in Guatemala. He'll be glad because I won't embarrass him. I unzip my coat and hanging it in the hook in the entryway. I'm back from my walk, I call. Mom meets me with damp cheeks and a hug. What is it? She pulls back and looks me straight in the eyes. I'm sorry, Key. I wish there was a good way to say this. Fear squeezes my heart and I swear it stops. This morning, Grandma didn't respond when the nurse rang the doorbell. A neighbor let the nurse in the house and Grandma passed away in her sleep last night. Died? I don't cry. It doesn't seem real. For some reason, the first thing I think is, she won't get me a letter. You said she was better. Mom nods, tears standing in her eyes. I thought she was better. I thought she was better, Mom, I repeat, not sure how this news can be true. Mom hugs me again and leads me to the living room. Dad's there with his head in his hands. Slowly, bits of loss float down. No more homemade cinnamon rolls. No more canoeing on spring break. My mind bumps against no mores for what feels like hours. We sit in the living room in silence except for Mamito's little chirps as he rocks in a big plastic rocking fish from Aunt Jess. My thoughts rock back and forth too between believing it and not believing it, thinking of happy times and remembering all over again that she's gone. Dad puts his arm around me and actually talks. She loved you so much. I want to thank him. I want to say, it feels so good to have you love me again, even for a minute, but I don't trust my voice. In my room, I take out my sea turtle bracelet. Tears pool in my eyes. She know how much I loved her? Will I ever be as brave as she was? Will I remember all her wisdom? I sit on my bed, clutch her bracelet, and let the tears fall. Evening darkens the windows before I realize, Guatemala. I'll have to go to Guatemala. I wince as I think how selfish I am. Legitimate sadness is what I should be feeling. All the conversations we'll never have and the hugs I'll never give her. But legit sadness mixes with selfish sadness. The form she can't sign, the bus I can't take, the place I'll have to board. My head spins and I guess I zombie walk through changing into jammies and brushing my teeth. I don't remember any of it. At some point I text Zuri and Jaden to let them know. Before long they each call, but I can't bring myself to answer. As night shrouds the house, Mom and Dad appear at my bedside. We say a prayer together and send our love to Grandma, but I don't feel any better. I go back to crying. I don't remember falling asleep. I wake up to a bright bedroom. Mom has let me sleep late. No school for me today, I guess. I made pancakes, she says. Grandma's breakfast. Thanks, Mom. Between flipping pancakes, she adds items to the list on the counter. So many details, she says, sighing. Instead of tears, she pours out pencil marks. I can't believe she's in planning and tactical mode after only one day. Maybe she's tired of crying. I take a pancake, but I can't eat more than half. The syrup turns sour in my mouth. Mamito eats too. He doesn't understand why today is different from every day before it. Mom and Dad spend all their day on their phones. I hear them tell the story to different people, sniffling each time. Mom talks to Aunt Jess 3 times. First to plan a memorial service, later to schedule some legal thing, and again to plan how to pack up Grandma's house in Florida. I wander from my room to the kitchen and back. Not even my phone tempts me. I can't bring myself to care what the rest of the world is doing. Finally, I carry the step stool to my room and close the door. I position it under the manatee poster and step up. The bus ticket pulls out easily from between the ceiling and the poster. I hold it. I stare at it. The little piece of paper that would have taken me to Grandma, to her wise eyes and adventurous soul at 10:35 p.m. on December 19th. I rip the ticket in pieces and drop them in my trash can. There goes that idea. What a waste. Hopefully no one will ever ask to see the huipi. I tramp to my backyard where the grass has turned brown for winter. I kick Mamito's red ball against the brick wall of the house. The ball bounces back to me and I kick it again. Each time it comes back, I kick harder. I kick over and over. I kick the doorbell that went unanswered in Florida. I kick the phone that brought the news. I kick the tears. I kick the cancer. I kick until I am nothing but a kicker. My eyes filled with my own pumping blood and the bam, bam of the ball on the wall. Bam! On flattened leaves, the ball sits at my feet. It's stubbornly unaffected, completely undented, a round, permanent fact. I give it one more kick, then wander to the swing. I'm hoping to be alone and pump hard into the air, but Dad brings Mamito to the door and calls, "Can you watch him, Kihana?" Before I can answer, Dad disappears into the house. I sigh. Is it wrong to want a day off from being a big sister? Mamito runs to the swing and pulls on the chains. My turn, I tell him. I'm swinging. Go to your sandbox. He pulls at my fingers, trying to uncurl them from the chain. Look, here's your ball, I point. He pushes on my back and grunts. Okay, fine. I get up and he goes stomach first onto the swing. Is this what life really is? One thing after another being taken away? I sit on the concrete square by the back door until Mamito's ready to go in. Mom talks through supper, cremation arrangements in Florida, a meeting at the bank, moving companies, flights, storage. When she's finally out of words, Dad says, "Kimberly," and her poise gives way. They stand and hold each other. I come to join them, hoping Dad can love me right now. We're a triple hug. Mom and Dad's hands are warm weights on my shoulders, not heavy enough to still my heart shuddering, but solid enough to hold me close.